Welcome back to the Wealthy Cowboy Show. Today we're going to talk a little bit about, I guess, an anomaly, kind of like the wealthy cowboy. You know, it's two things that don't go together, and that's ranching and technology. I see a lot of people very skeptical of technology, but really, ranchers and farmers have been innovating for years. I mean, that's how we've got so efficient that we can feed the world, even though there's less and less people involved. You know, through the past 100 years. But today, so we went to a Capital Farm Credit Conference, AgriRoots Conference the other day, and we went to a couple breakout rooms. One was marketing, which I love learning and talking about marketing, but the other one was AI and technology, and we were just talking about different things. One of them that came up, of course, is RanchBot, the water monitoring solutions. You need to go back. If you haven't listened to that one, you need to go back and listen to that episode with the CEO and co-founder of RanchBot, Andrew Coppin. He's Australian. He's got a great story of growing up on the ranch and then going out, learning money, capital, business, the markets, and then he kind of came back and invested in this company, and now they grew it big in Australia, and now they're growing it across. They're based here in Texas, and then they're growing it across America. But RanchBot, I mean, how they're able to use not only saving your hands or yourself time, or you can be using that time to do something else productive on the ranch, or just be with your family or have more free time, or maybe maybe ranching is a side gig and you don't have to go, check on your water. But not only that, not only the time, which we usually value very low, not only the time, but also the wear and tear of the vehicles. I know if you live in a very remote spot where you're talking about going and checking water a lot, where it's a lot of pipeline, a lot of water troughs in West Texas or wherever you're at in an arid region. Or I was just talking to a guy that has the little lease places up here by the Metroplex, but they're all on a water meter. So anything like that, anything where you rely on a water trough, you're saving your time and your money of paying somebody, and then also your wear and tear of, I know if you're out in the desert, I mean, you're having to beat up a dang pickup, a buggy, a dirt bike. I mean, of course, it's great to trot your horse a long ways and put miles on them, but if you have the time to do it. But the other stuff, I mean, the tires, ruining the tires, flat tires, just the front ends of pickups, the whole thing. So that's a great solution in technology. Another one I learned about down there was it's an app, and I haven't played with it enough to really test it, but is called Cattleworth, and there's a few of these different apps they were talking about, but basically you can take a picture and it'll weigh your cattle. And then on this Cattleworth one, it's supposed to price it, tell you about roughly what this calf is worth based on the board. So I played with it just in the, I know they were saying like some of them had decent luck with it, like it gets pretty close to the weight. I was trying to do it kind of out in the pasture and get close enough with some yearlings afoot, and it was kind of off on everything. But I think maybe if I get in a more controlled environment and I can get a closer, better picture, maybe it'll work. But that would be really cool, because I mean, like for me, my only other option would be to go, I would just want to test weigh if I wasn't going to sell them there. Either way, I mean, I'm going to have to haul them somewhere. I mean, I got a buddy down the road. I'd have to, take a load or, two in my 32-foot, haul them down there and at least test weigh them. Or a lot of times we'll ship and, the trucks will have to go weigh somewhere at some scales and then come. And then, but this one, I wouldn't want to sell cattle based on that, but it would be really nice to kind of know where you're at, if you can be pretty close. Like I said, you might play with that, but it's called Cattleworth, the one I looked up. And then there's some more too in there. I don't know if one's better than the other or not. Another thing we really talked about down there at that conference was the bookkeeping side of things, which I know none of us like to talk about that, but you know, I think we may have Ambrook on here and kind of talk about their stuff. A lot of people use QuickBooks, and there's a lot of cool technologies that you can do with AI with both of those. And then even also, you can just put your statements or a spreadsheet or whatever you got, put your data into, upload it into ChatGPT or whichever. ChatGPT is the main one I use, or like Perplexity or Grok or whatever you're using, upload it, and you can get all your data points, like get real specific of where do you see holes here? What can I cut back? Or where's my profitability? Or, different things. You can upload it and it'll analyze those data, all that data, and then, spit you out an answer. So using AI for that. And I know there's going to be other stuff come out. I mean, we have those EID tags now. They can be used for lots of different things. Monitoring, water consumption, feed consumption, whether that animal's coming up there and eating or drinking. But lots of cool things with technology. We talked about a little bit down there, and I really don't even think of it that. I mean, it's high tech, I guess, but I have a drone. I know a lot of people have a drone now. You can spray with a drone. That's really cool technology. But I just have a little drone that mainly we use to just hunt cattle if we're going somewhere big. Like right now, we're trying to clean it's a 500 acre pasture on a bigger place, and it's pretty brushy and rough. And it takes a while to drive around that or ride around that a horseback or take the dogs around there, whatever it's going to do. I mean, that's going to take a while to hunt those cattle down, even in 500 acres with a couple guys. But I can fly that drone and I can cover every open area and every spot that's not just super thick in brush. I can cover all that, in like 20 minutes or so. I can pretty much cover it all. So that saves a lot of time, a lot of effort. We use it, of course, like you can't do it. Like I've heard of people moving gentle cattle with it. But we usually just send it up, locate them, and then we'll go over there with dogs and do whatever we're going to do. My next upgrade, I want to get a thermal drone, but cost some money. I need some more credit card processing clients for that, and maybe sell my next calf crop. Another thing that we've talked about is the for grazing and regenerative, grazing and the rotational grazing, and then even it kind of goes right along with the carbon credits, is using the fencing with the collars. Several brands of it, like Halter is a big one. I know there's some more of those, but being able to fence your cattle and move them, same kind of deal, kind of with your phone, training them to it, and then being able to utilize all your forage that's on the ground. So lots of cool technology. I think we're going to see a big shift, just like, just like the mainstream. There's a big generation of boomers that are going to have to, they're kind of holding on to the torch, right? But at some point, they're going to have to pass it down. There's going to be a big transfer of wealth, big transfer of land, big transfer of business. And it's coming to, younger people our age, people younger than me, people older than me, and us being able to implement these technologies, these new technologies to become more efficient. I mean, that's the whole deal. There's less people, there's less land. So you're going to have to become more efficient to not only be profitable as a business, but also feed the world. I'm all about running profitable business. That's what this whole show and everything's about, is running a profitable business. But you also got to remember, we're trying to feed everybody also. So if you are scared of the technology or skeptical of it, I would definitely look into it. I mean, I love looking at new technology. If you know of any brands, or if this reaches somebody that's in an emerging technology in agriculture, I'd love to have them on and talk more about it. Just for the simple fact of, if we can be more profitable and more efficient, then I'm all about it. If it's, I think some stuff maybe be ahead of its time, and some stuff maybe starting out, it's going to be hard to afford, hard to get used to, all that stuff. It's not always just an easy transition, but that's what I'm all about. So being more profitable, feeding the world, we got to become more efficient with our time, more efficient with our finances. We're really, I think, it's been said on here, when we go to sell cattle or sell livestock or sell your crop, you're really a price taker. You can kind of forward contract that now and protect yourself with risk management stuff, but you're really a price taker when you go to sell. So it's hard to control that selling price, but you can really control your inputs. And if you can become more efficient, if you can cut expenses, or if you have to raise expensive, make sure that you're getting more efficient, right there. So y'all check out those technologies that we talked about. Like I said, we've had RanchBot on here. Great podcast, not only for the product, but also just the story and the insight on business in there. So y'all check that out. Check those technologies out. See if there's anywhere that you can become more efficient in your ranching, farming operation. And see y'all next time. As a business owner, Google reviews can make or break you. The problem, happy customers don't always speak up, and the few bad ones can drag you down fast. That's why we built Review Wizard, a free tool that makes getting 5-star reviews simple. Just post a QR code in your business, customers can scan it, and in seconds they leave you a review. But that's just the start. Review Wizard helps you respond to customers automatically, share reviews straight to social media, and even add them to your website to build instant trust. Every new review boosts your Google SEO ranking, making it easier for new customers to find you online. And if you want to take it to the next level, our AI upgrade can filter out the bad reviews before they hit your page and engage with your customers so you don't lose them. That means more good reviews, less damage control, and stronger relationships. The best part, the base version is completely free. No catch. Just click the link below and start turning your happy customers into your best marketing team today.